My name is Riley.
And I'm Frank.
And we'll be presenting on best practices in engagement for our Candidacy classes at the Delta Eta chapter here at Seattle University.
So for those of you who are not aware of what the candidate classes are, this is a program that has been offered since the fall of 2017 and takes place every fall and winter quarter. It roughly requires around 15 hours per quarter to really create a schedule and for the classes to take place. The program is 6 weeks long and we offer one class per week. Riley will soon go over what we did specifically over the winter quarter, but overall the classes are designed and focused on refining the professional and soft skills that students and candidates might need in the future. Like I mentioned, the classes are only offered during the fall and winter quarter because in the spring we believe it's important to celebrate what we have achieved during the academic year and really reunite as a group. The main goal of the Beta Alpha Psi Delta Eta community with the candidate classes is of course to grow stronger and united. Many often students find themselves lost, no matter if they're accounting, business analytics, or finance, through this process of finding an internship or a job. But we believe that if we get a group of people to work together on this new chapter in their lives, they're most likely to succeed. Of course, we expect candidates to learn about professionalism and the soft skills they need, but most importantly, we want them to personally benefit from the new relationships they're going to build over the program, either as with students, professors, faculty, and even recruiters we hope to have in the project. The goal is for the Beta Alpha Psi membership to feel as an everlasting bond.
For the timeline, our winter quarter timeline, at the beginning of the quarter, candidates are given 3 weeks to submit an application for the Candidacy classes. Upon approval, our first class is an introduction to Beta Alpha Psi and our Delta Eta chapter, what Beta Alpha Psi is, the members, who and how the opportunity to become an officer, and the future steps to become a part of our community. Our second class is our resume and cover letter workshop. This is an opportunity for our students to refine and look at their resumes before going into our winter time campus career fair. This is a time where students can then use their resume and cover letters to engage and network with business professionals and local firms within our community. Our fourth class is our LinkedIn and interview workshop. This is a time for after students were able to engage and network with these professionals to touch up on their outward portfolio and on their LinkedIn profile, as well as being able to practice their interview skills for when they're able to land those internships. Our fifth class is our public speaking workshop. This is a chance also for students to be able to practice their public speaking in a safe environment where they're able to get constructive criticism from their peers and be able to grow. Finally, our sixth class is our candidate member social. This is a time for after our candidates have gone through the candidacy classes, they're able to engage and network with the other members and the officers within the Delta Eta community. For our winter quarter breakdown, we had 19 candidates. About 75% of them were sophomores and juniors, with majority being accounting and finance. However, this hasn't always been the status quo. During when we first introduced our candidacy classes back in 2017, about 80% of our candidates were finance or accounting. However, through the last 10 quarters, transition has been from majority being finance and accounting to also incorporating more business analytics and economics majors as well. What did our candidates want to learn from the candidacy classes? Well, personally, I was a freshman, and I didn't really know what Beta Alpha Psi was, how to network with firms, and what officer positions, how to become a member. Other candidates wanted to learn about developing their soft skills such as networking or interviewing or being able to understand what it takes to be able to land internships. One way that we were able to measure our success was through our candidate pre- and post-assessment surveys. One area that we wanted to focus on was the soft skills for our candidate classes. So we measured this by understanding where students felt like they had their strong skills. We see a lot of reds and oranges in here where students didn't feel like they had very strong skills either in cover letter writing, interviewing, networking, or public speaking. However, in the post-assessment survey after the 6 weeks, students felt a lot more strongly about these soft skills, seeing a lot more purples and greens in the graphs. And this shows the development and cultivation of these candidates through the candidacy classes.
So of course, with every success comes a challenge, and luckily for us, our past VPs of membership have done a great job of dealing with them. The biggest challenge, of course, is to gain the interest of prospective candidates, and we do this by creating relevant curriculum. This is the part where we think outside the box with activities and lessons that really help the students engage with each other and the business community. Of course, scheduling is always a problem with big communities, And in this case, communication is key to really like find the optimal time for the class to take place. As an incoming BPO membership, the next steps are what really excite me. Of course, we're going to keep working on an evaluation plan, see what worked, what didn't. But we've noticed that our popularity as a program has grown in campus and outside. So we want to keep working on bringing more guests like professors and faculty advisors and even recruiters to really help the students in more real life scenarios. Lastly, as Riley mentioned, only 5% of our candidate class are freshmen.
We want to be able to find a way to engage with these young members of our community here at Seattle University. Myself, being a freshman, I was very confused about what Delta Eta and Beta Alpha Psi was. So finding a way to incorporate them into our candidacy classes to open them up to what Beta Alpha Psi is and how to network with these firms is a way for us to move forward to be able to engage with more of the community here at Seattle University.
Remember, the goal of the candidate class is to help guide a community that's going through a new chapter in their lives. And of course, coming to a new school is a clear, new chapter. So Beta Alpha Psi believes that through the candidate classes, it can involve itself more with the orientation of new students. So if other chapters decide to implement this program, they just need to follow these 5 simple steps. First, they need to survey the public and see if they're genuinely interested about learning and what topics they would like to improve on. Second is the schedule. Again, communication is key, finding the optimum time for the class. Third, you build a curriculum, and this is where, again, you think outside the box, work with as many people as possible to really implement the perfect curriculum for students to really engage into the world of business and professionalism. Fourth, you develop the marketing materials with your VP of marketing, so you gotta get the word out, get as much attention as possible. And last, you create an evaluation plan, and this is where you measure your own success. Chapters really are going to have their own personal reasons of why they have the candidate class, and it's important that this plan and that the evaluation focuses on the goals they want to achieve. So the reason why we believe this is a best practice for engagement, and I really want to emphasize how important this is for the Delta Eta community, is because it allows us to create relationships with other students inside and other people inside and outside of campus. The relevant class topics that are covered pretty much every corner of the business aspect really helps us set up for success. And lastly, most importantly for me, is that candidates can learn from current members. Current members can have this leadership role, and an example is the past VPO membership was such a role model for me. He taught me how to be a confident person, and I can probably say it's thanks to him that I have an internship this summer. So for us, the candidate class is a great opportunity to keep fostering a community that wants to keep growing and developing. And hopefully we can keep this tradition going. Thank you.